So, guess what happened? My PC crashed. My PC fucking crashed.
Here's a good cow.
Hi, Brad. I'm not in the mood right now. Or, ooh, actually, yeah, Brad, I'm not in the mood right now. My PC crashed. Because I'm in the middle of drawing, it's like, okay, blah, 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 let's do this, and then all of a sudden, black screen. All of a sudden, black screen, and we started like, what the fuck? Red, it's not your fault. Red, you're not the one who crashed my PC. Fuck you mean? I'm only saying is my PC crashed. It's just, I don't know what the fuck to do anymore. Because I made sure to use the repair tool, repair Windows, boom, Windows done. Because I made the upgrade to professional, and then Windows decided to break itself. So I used the set repair tool to repair Windows. It's all done dandy, and then did an update and whatnot. And it still crashes. It still crashes. So yeah. Still fucking crashes. I fucking hate it I fucking hate Windows.
Well, it is absolute game about mining and crafting to an utterly ridiculous cluster of slop with endless jump scares, unavoidable instant kills, hundreds upon hundreds of scary monsters, and of course, lots and lots of heroin. Today, I will try to survive this absolute catastrophe of a mod pack, dying over 50 times in the process, losing my sanity multiple times, and getting very, very mad. So without further ado, like the video, subscribe, and join me as I play the worst Minecraft mod pack I have ever had the displeasure of experiencing. Ah, I see. Upon spawning in, I see floating Antichrist villagers, a giant block of text in the chat, a red glitchy village, and 𝙂𝙚 in my hotbar. And worse is yet to come. As I walked around and broke a few blocks, I started realizing that absolutely nothing was dropping. Not beds, not logs, nothing. Upon reaching the top of a watchtower, nothing there worked either. It was as if time was frozen. But it was just the mod pack being bad. Time to reset.
Oof.
After using Bites the Dust to bring me back to the start of the run, blocks are now breakable. Yay!
Yay!
I would regret being able to play the game. As soon enough, Gerald joins, and then the Night Stalker arrives, locking my vision to the floor and making me blind.
Alright.
Then, something plays an armor breaking sound.
And that's for
it starts to rain. Then, the fog turns red, and it becomes nighttime. All within the span of 15 seconds. Send help. Logically, I decided it's time to bunker up at the top of the
Start focusing on the
tower, as I can only imagine what horrors are about to spawn outside.
torso.
Inside, we find ourselves
I'll focus on the head real quick.
our spawn point. Shortly after getting scared by lightning, I earn another very ominous achievement and try to go to bed. The game claims it is not nighttime, despite the fact it is. Why? I have no fucking idea. So, I decide to go outside and look around. Beyond the scary ambient noises, nothing really seems to be happening. And that is when I see him. The Black Man.
The black man? That's racist!
Anyways, time to go to bed.
That's racist!
On day 2, I used the protection of daylight to freely explore. Fuck.
What the fuck?
Change of plans. Whatever spawns out here at night, I don't want to meet it.
Also, husband. I'm good. I'm good. I'm okay. Should put this over here so it's not blocking chat. There, chat there.
So, I began walking in a straight line, in the hopes of finding a village or watchtower I could sleep at. In the process, I got chased by this thing, which led me to jump into a lake and hide out on this shipwreck. After crafting some torches, I realized that these two monsters are staring me down. But after Huh? Where did they go? After scaring those two off with my aura, I noticed a distinct plume of smoke rising above the tree line. This can only mean one thing. There is a campfire nearby. Getting there would be easier said than done though. At night, there's a near constant barrage of spooky mobs coming to touch you. And they were absolutely going to try and touch me. Spooky mobs coming to touch you. And they were absolutely going to try and touch me.
I had to replay that. My brain is just not there. Not in the right place. And I love it.
A wise man once said, "Death will not stop me, only slow me down." And we live by those words here on the channel. So, after quickly sleeping, we pack our shit and set out to recover our items. Upon reaching my item, I find the structure the smoke was coming from. It's a large brick house. Nice. I decide to welcome myself in. I first update our spawn point, then look for loot. And then, this guy shows up. He manages to chase me down and kill me. But not to worry, I can just respawn.
Cool. Can you give me a sec?
Alan, we are so fucked.
And as is to be expected, upon stepping out of the house, I was immediately mauled to death. Third time's the charm. After recovering my items, I decide to go check the upstairs of the house for loot. But all I found was a giant hole in the wall. So, without any specific idea on what to do, I decided it was time to set out once more and explore the wonders of our world. Something I would soon come to regret.
Lol.
Hello again.
I'm doing okay, Chris.
Things have been pretty
Trying
bad,
to
but overall they've
enjoy
been
drawing.
tolerable. All of this would soon change. Having slept through the night, I decide to exit my temporary bunker. Not without being interrupted, of course. First by a jump scare, and then by the old man. I run outside to dodge Unk and find a creeper in my boat, who I promptly murder. This results in the old man walking directly into my boat and getting stuck, which in turn makes him an easy kill. Sadly, he respawns after less than 20 seconds, so I decide to just move out. Just kidding, we slimed Grandpa out again. While scaling a mountain, Grandpa comes back for round 3 and it becomes nighttime, and upon reaching the top, I'm met by that red thing and a guy with a knife. So logically, I launch myself off the cliff, into the river, and onto my boat. Now being chased by multiple spooky mobs, I decide to just set sail down the river. I only stop sailing once I come across a nice scenic plains biome with some pretty big houses. The first thing I discover here is that I actually can't break the blocks around the house.
It's just in...
bad, but it shouldn't be a problem unless we have to hide.
Babe. Yeah, I want to tell you something. Not the fact that I love you, but also... my art's also not perfect, as you can see. Doesn't have to be doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. Absolutely, because imperfections is what makes art stunning. It's not how pretty you can make it look. You can make it pretty, but also your own quirks you add to your art. You pass on through your art. And also brings a little charm to it. You know. Looks bad though, 3 shades too dark. The claw is messy, line work is bad. I mean, I understand. Usually how you draw the base, like, the way you draw the base of your drawings, or basically what I call the skeleton. Like, I call it the skeleton of your drawing. When you draw that, but you see, kind of determines how your art is gonna look. Also, everyone, even the most talented artists, the most veteran artists are still evolving their art style and still changing it, maybe improving it how they see fit. I'm still improving my art. I see fit for my art. Don't give up, babe, alright? I believe in you. You can do it, alright?
Or something. Oh. Okay. Thankfully for me, being found is literally nothing. So I go back to the house, only to be met with this thing.
Babe, that's not the point of art. Art is not meant to be perfect. You know why they say the beauty is in the eyes of the beholder? It's because if everything looked perfect, everything would look the same. And if everything looks the same, then nothing would actually stand out. What I'm trying to say is, don't focus on making art absolutely perfect, absolutely professional. Nobody starts off as a nobody starts off as a professional. Even veteran artists I look up to, they also started off like with stick figures and wonky art in wonky proportions. I want to be good though. I understand, babe. People don't get good overnight. Even I'm gonna say it again. Even veteran artists took years and years and years to perfect improve not only their art skills, but also to perfect their own art style. You can also doodle when you're at home. Even if I was kind of forced to stop doodling at school. That didn't stop me from doodling at home, which I doodled a lot at home. And also pretty much a big way for me to pretty much keep my art skills, and well, it also helped me not give up on art. Basically, I never truly gave up on art. Even when I said I quote unquote quit art back when I was like 13, 14, I still doodled a lot. Just not to a professional, just not to a serious level. And I only started taking art seriously again when I was 17 or 18. So I'm glad that I never gave up on art by force. I mean, yeah. Those are pretty shit for stopping people from doodling. However, yeah, I also like. I guess those 2 art classes I took when I was in grade school also helped. Also, I'm mostly self-taught. That has its advantages and also has its disadvantages, which also a bunch of disadvantages, but I also pretty much seek out help from other artists and see how I can improve my art. And so, well, here I am now. Art's still not perfect. I still have years ahead of me to improve and work on my art. But the only reason why I keep on drawing, and despite my art looking like shit, to some people, including me, is that I had made a promise to myself when I pretty much when I was 8 years old. The claws are central. Cheetah overall. Mouth is too big. Here's the thing. Size of the mouth is subjective. Some of the mouths I draw are small, some of them medium, some of them large. Like the model here is quite large. The mouth model I did is quite large. But I'm happy that it fits my model. Big eyes, big mouth, big eyebrows. It fits my style. It kind of like I adapted some parts of Chibi, some parts of the Chibi style into my own style, and yeah. I say just don't give up, alright? Sometimes you also need a break. You also just need a break from art. You need a break, just step away for like an hour or two, do what you need to do, eat, snacks, do something, and come back. When you come back, you'll have a refreshed mind and renewed motivation. I understand. I believe there's also like art tutorials to draw the aliens from Toy Story. To use that as a base, because I didn't just because I'm telling myself I'm self-taught. I also use like art learning books basically to teach myself how to draw. And there's different art styles here and there, different ways of drawing, but eventually I had to just go in the deep end and figure out my own style. And yeah. Like sometimes even I notice my own mistakes when in the middle of drawing and I want to scream. Like the proportions of this arm's off and the chest is off here, but I'm gonna be able to just edit because I'm in my draft phase, so I edit to just edit proportions, adjust the proportions overall. But yeah. But yeah, don't give up, alright? I believe in you. Alright, I believe in you. I often want to scream when I notice my own art, my own mistakes. But in the words of Bob Ross, there are no mistakes, only happy accidents. And I embrace that saying to heart. Here's the thing. Even Bob Ross in one of his interviews admitted that he wanted to scream and he had many unfinished pieces that he felt like wasn't worthy enough. Like I said, even the most veteran artists struggle. Not as to the degree that pretty much us beginner artists do, but they do struggle. And to me, just makes artists more human, you know? Also, if I can do that, I probably won't need a piece of this. I have a habit drawing human ears. Here's the thing, art imitates life. So don't draw too very much. I can say, how do you even say this? What I'm trying to say is basically, I start practicing art by like replicating other people's art, not their art, like art, but not their artwork, but their art style, and not in the eyes of the artist. I used to examine. I don't see art as is. I ask, okay, I wonder why. Why do they draw the eyes like that? Why are they drawing the nose like that? Why is the head shaped like that? Why are the hips like that? I ask so many whys and try to figure out what the reason is. And as soon as I understand the reason why someone draws the way they do, what the art style is, even in I ask them most of the minor details. I even ask, okay, why are armpits close, like the proportion between the arm and the waist close, and then why are they so far? And there's also one thing that another artist told me practice. It's called the 3-second rule. Not the 5-second rule, it's 3-second rule. So basically, only focus on one detail, on one part of the art for one part, one portion of the art, not portion, one detail of the art. So like the eyes I'm drawing. So only focus on eyes for like less than 3 seconds. Yeah. Also, ideas are not meant to be absolute. Right. Even right. You've seen me. You've seen my visions of my art, and then you see my art in midway drawing. I get an idea, like say, when I was originally drawing like a normal, I forgot what was drawing, but it soon turned into like a Ben 10 AU and called and witch tricks and all that. Well, that wasn't the intention of that wasn't the intention of the drawing, but I'm happy it turned out that way. And if it inspires other people to draw similar fantasy wizard witch omnitrixes, then yeah, I'm happy about it. You might some of these like bird dark feet. Yeah, that is true. But also it shouldn't stop you from adding those details in the end. In a way, it just adds more depth and more like character. It makes more character and more depth to like an OC you're drawing or like a place you're drawing it. Yeah. It adds like a feeling to the art piece that you never expected in an art piece to give you. Yeah. You can't fail. You can't fail if you're you can't truly fail, really. I say it's not failing. For me, I don't use the word failing. What I use is basically, as even many people on my art streams notice this. I don't use fail. I say like, oh, I didn't expect my this piece to evolve into a Ben 10 AU, or I didn't expect this piece to evolve to like a fucking a I think it was one of them. It was like supposed to be like a Viking kind of thing, and it turned into a badass cyberpunk black and red themed OC. And I was fucking over the moon over it for it. I didn't mean it to turn that way, but I'm happy that it did. Sometimes you can create a much better art piece midway of your original idea, and it turns out to be even better than you expected. I'm not saying that your ideas the original ideas are. I'm not saying your original ideas are worthless. They are worth everything. Like I said, an artist's most powerful tool is their pencils. But the more you can create, the the more you expand your ideas outwards, the more unique your artworks can be. Oh, nice, nice. And also the fact that sometimes I didn't expect. So my older art pieces that I did that's still on my like YouTube shorts, it actually inspired other younger artists to pursue art, and I was happy about that. They were asking me for tips, for art tips, and I gave them the best. I gave them best advice I could give them, even as a like a beginner, a moderate, no, beginner to moderate artist. Yeah, and sometimes you don't really expect what you in blank canvas. The future is not set in stone. Visions are not visions and plans are not set in stone. Sometimes something bigger and better can come out of detours, and what you can create or what you can do. An artist, even the most veteran artists, are even surprised about their own work, how well their own works turn out. But don't beat yourself over it. Don't ever think that you're failing, because you never truly fail. I say art always evolves. You know, my art style is a combination of chibi, anime, I believe it's Sonic, and a bit of Screamo with the arms, but yeah. Right. When I say I can't wait to see what your art piece turns into, I mean it. I don't expect your original vision to. I know your original vision will show through your art. Even even fellow artists can see the original vision, but all artists can also see how that vision evolved. And the evolution, of the evolution of art process, it's still it intrigues me, and still profounds me, really. So don't ever think that you fail. Only believe that you evolve. Because with each piece you work is usually an evolution of a previous piece. Or a piece similar theme to it, but yeah. Don't ever think that you failed. Ever. Alright? You never truly fail. Alright. You need to go use the bathroom real quick. Be right back. Oh yeah, I'm back. So what I want to say is sometimes whatever you think, if you think that your art is a failure, it's not. I think an artist never truly fails. Alright? Artist never fails, they evolve. Artists evolve, alright? Alright.
As per usual, I end up dying, and since I didn't put down a bed, I get sent all the way over to the world spawn.
And like Barbara says, there's no mistakes. There's only happy accidents.
Upon reaching my items, I was enveloped in total darkness, with a random guy deciding to hop into my boat before disappearing. Then, my dead body and my boat both turned to stare at me, which combined with this spooky creature walking out of the darkness was actually a little bit creepy. Unfortunately, whatever it is that was haunting me didn't know about the tried and true method of constructing a nerd pole. That was the move that made 𝙂𝙚𝙣𝙚 cry, and so, my new headquarters was born, complete with a bed, so I could respawn here. Once the blindness dissipated, I brought it right back by staring at this guy, and then, my home building was interrupted by a game of hide and seek. I decided to hide out underwater, as it's the ultimate weakness of all Minecraft horror mods. That was when I discovered I had some company near my nerd pole. The game then got very laggy, and it seemingly started to rain blood. But seriously, the footage after this is extremely laggy for some reason. Looking down, I can see a handful of mobs who really wanted to murder me, but since I was low on blocks, I couldn't actually do anything about it without going down, so I died again. Needless to say, it wasn't particularly easy to escape this spawn trap, but eventually, I made it back to the fields with the houses. That is when our good friend X returned, and he did exactly what he does best. He insta-killed me. No problem though. We respawn once more and make our way back to the houses, which is when we—
Yeah, the hell, SpongeBob forgot to animate. Oh, and Tracy and so they made it. The third scene where they add later, Patrick reminds them they need to breathe and immediately turn through. Yeah, that was fucking funny. I forgot to close your return mouth. Yeah.
encountered this weeping angel-ass cave dweller, who only moves when I look away. And then we die again. At some point in the 1 FPS footage, this guy comes back, we obliterate his ankles, and then we make our way into the house. This was when I got soft-locked for over half an hour. Since I couldn't break blocks to get out, there was only one way to get out now, by bouncing on it crazy style. When I respawned, things were looking bad. Very bad. I mean, I was literally surrounded. So, I did what I could. I built a pickaxe and jumped down into the water. Here, I got nice and close to this veiled guy, who proceeded to try and chase me. I decided to just sail away on my boat, and I ended up finding a small house. It wasn't anything special, but it did have some wood.
Oh, let's try doing that here. That's me.
Okay. Upon re-entering my world, nothing had really changed. So I geared up, got myself a music disc, and then I killed that thing. I then hopped into my boat and got chased into a nearby ravine. In a stroke of pure genius, I managed to accidentally enter the boat with the mob trying to kill me, which didn't end too well for me. Oh well, I had a spare boat, so I took it out for a spin and sailed down the river, which is when this happened. This time, I just walked over to the ravine, where I found that the investigator was still in my boat, and even though he had only 300 HP, I didn't care, so I started hacking him up. Being the weakling he is, he ran away as soon as his health got low, which meant I was finally able to mine some coal, or at least I'd be able to if I had a stone pickaxe. Not to worry though, I got myself some wood from a nearby structure, and then the Night Stalker arrived. I somehow managed to lose him, and as I hit on the wall,
Yeah. Not sure if Ryan's in the chat
died
anymore.
to the lightning. Anyways, time to sleep. While mining some coal, I managed to get myself killed by a literal red soy jack. After respawning, my bed got destroyed and I couldn't place it back down to sleep. Each time I tried, the bed would break again. And this was when the most bullshit thing I've ever seen would happen. And that wasn't even the worst thing that was about to happen. Now
Oh,
back in
no.
spawn, I needed some place to stay the night. There was a village nearby, but getting to it would prove to be quite a challenge.
See. Hey, why is he saying? Sure, go ahead.
Eventually, things calmed down and I set my spawn point in the village. I decided to take a bunch of extra beds for my future voyages, and for a short while, things were actually looking good. And then X returned. Anyways, I retrieved my items and made a nerd pole to survive the nighttime. I then found a meteor, got attacked by spiders, and died again. So, I respawned, took revenge, and set out to explore some caves, where I had an incredibly close encounter with a cave dweller.
Oh no, cave dwellers.
And that was the first genuinely scary moment of the entire run. This was also around the time where I just kind of started doing shit. I realized I wasn't gonna be able to progress whatsoever with the ridiculous amount of slop mods, so I just started messing around. The first thing I wanted to do was visit a sky island. This was easier said than done.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
So, I jumped off the tower, leading the old man to follow me. I then looked away and suddenly, he had duplicated. How? Anyways, I continued pillaring up until I got above cloud level. I could see a small platform with a chest ahead of me, so I started bridging towards it.
Lol.
Not too long after, I was just hanging around in the village when this happens. This began an insane, inescapable death loop. After respawning, I was promptly murdered by 𝙂𝙚𝙣𝙬𝙧, and not even 30 seconds later, I was killed by creation. Each time I came back, I got killed again, and I was literally getting spawn camped. Eventually, I managed to get myself a bed and I slept through the night.
Everybody on FaceTime talking about you like Steve Harvey. Hey. Look, y'all really think he look like Steve Harvey? Huh?
Afterwards, I made myself a small cave hideout, and I starved to death. And not only that, but my footage then freezes completely, only to return here. Alright, I'm getting sick of this mod pack. So, let's figure out how to actually survive this. I spent my next few days doing pretty much the same as usual. I'd walk around, get chased by a spooky monster, jump into water, and get chased by more spooky monsters. The usual. However, as I was staring down 3 separate mobs in the water, I had a revelation. These things may be fast on land, but they're not quite so good in water. I, on the other hand, am an absolute fucking unit in the Olympic swimming pool, and I have no trouble performing long distance and depth dives. So clearly, it was time to live underwater. And so, I think we've come to the end of our journey, is what I'd say if I were a quitter. You see, When I originally
Lol.
started this challenge, I actually had a set goal in mind: survive 10 days straight. That did not work, so I figured I'd change it. Now, I just wanted to mine a single diamond, which clearly didn't work. So, by the end of the run, I was so sick of this game that I decided my win condition would be to craft an iron chest plate.
Okay, that's a sick song. Okay, that's a sick song. Did he create it himself? Okay, that's fucking cool. That was cool as fuck. What time is it? How much frost did I make? Okay, so... Alright. Oh, fuck, that was something. That was something, alright. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with the progress we made. I'm pretty happy with the progress I made. Hi, Fame! Okay, where the fuck is my water? Water bottle! Here we go! Hi, Fame! Welcome home! Alright, there we go. There we go. Hello, hello! Welcome! So, what was it? I pretty much, like, spent like 2 hours drawing. I'm very happy with the progress I made. This is a commission I'm working on. This is a commission I'm working on, so I'm very happy with the progress I made. I mean, so far on this one. So, yippee! Yippee! Yeah, not sure I'm gonna do in future, like, but yeah. But yeah, Fame, you just caught me at the end of the stream. I'm about to end the stream now. Alright. See here. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Oh wait. I completely forgot I don't have like have my model properly set, because usually all my other streams are a 3D model. I completely forgot about that. Anywho, I'm gonna say is I think yeah, Fame, it's okay. It's okay, Fame. Not your fault. Anywho, I just want to say that thank you everyone for joining today's stream. My name is Rainface. I'm a variety streamer. I stream lots of video games, chess, stream, as well as I draw art. And hopefully I'll be doing 3D modeling for everyone here. No, it's not. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Plus, I'm gonna be uploading this art, the stream VOD to my VODs channel. So there you go. It's okay, Fame. It's okay. Also, why I just realized, like, I'm looking at my art, like, why did it find the like, why the fuck did I actually create Vaporeon or Sylveon? I know I don't know really much. I know. At the same, but Fame, I really do. So, if you Fame, I request of you to watch at least one VOD, even if it's like what 30 minutes fit. That's okay. At least one VOD. Anywho, but yeah. I was streaming too. It was meant to be like a 2-hour stream and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna be ending stream now, so yeah. Aww, baby is a tsundere. Baby's a cute tsundere. Baby's such a cutie. Baby's such a cutie, cutie, cutie. Yeah. Babe, you're cute. Lying. Yeah, I'm lying on. Yeah, of course I'm totally lying on stream. It's not the fact that it's the truth. It's not the fact that it's the truth, babe. It is the truth. You are cute. So, you are cute, babe. You are cute. Lying on stream is just crazy. Yeah, totally. Lying on stream is totally crazy, huh? I'm totally lying on stream. It's not the fact that it's true. Maybe because it is. Anywho, the fact is completely a lie. No, it's not a lie. It's the truth. It is the truth. You cannot deny it. It is the truth. It is nothing but the truth. It's nothing but the truth, Payne, alright? It is the truth. You cannot deny it. The cutie can't declares you cute. I can deny lies. It only means it. Denying it is only a admission of guilt. So you are cute. Anywho, I'm gonna be out of today's stream. I'm probably gonna like eat something and then go to bed soon. Only makes you cuter. Only makes you cuter that you fight it. Yeah, exactly. The fact that you fight it makes you cute. Makes you cuter. It makes you cuter. Lol. Yeah, deny all you want. You are cute. You are cute and you cannot deny it. You cannot deny it for long, alright? You are cute. And you cannot deny it. You are super cute. Alright? SMH. Aww. I bet you look at Bochi the Rock shaking your head going You're basically Bochi the Rock right now. And it's cute. It is cute. Anywho, I'm gonna end today's stream and just doing like I don't know, fucking and getting some dinner already and that's it. That being said, I hate going on Blitzies. Bye bye, matinee.